we go. Okay, everyone. Welcome to our Thursday rank up call. And I'm Tiari Walker, and this is my husband, Spencer. And we are the lovely substitutes for all of our awesome people who are down in Aruba this week. But they're on the call too, so it's awesome.
Yep. What we want to do is we want to congratulate everybody that's on this call today. We're really excited. We had a great month in February. I think we had a great month in January, which pushed us over into doing so well in February. And so we're quite excited to recognize those that have ranked up and did an excellent job this last month.
Awesome. So I kind of wanted to put this out to you guys. We have these awesome people who did great last month, and they're going to give us their secrets to success. But we all know that it's not really a secret. What we do is what we do. So they're going to share with us their secrets, but we're also going to share their. I want to call them triumphs, and what was the other word I came up with? Toughies and triumphs. That's what it was. Thanks. So I want to hear the things that were a little bit hard, things that you probably had to overcome, and then how you were able to overcome them. So our first one, I'd love to turn the time over to Jackie Metzger, and she's going to. You there, Jackie?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
And oh, did we lose Jackie?
Where'd it go?
I think we lost her.
I think we lost her. Oh, darn. Okay. All right. So we are going to, let's see. Let's go to Whitney. I'm going to introduce Whitney. She is, she's one of our coaches and one of the newest regional directors on our team. Whitney New is just one of the sweetest people you'll ever meet, and she is married to my husband, but I tell her more than my husband. Which I am so ashamed to admit, but I just love her guts, and I love her husband too. She's just worked really hard this last month and has really embraced the whole lifestyle and the whole plan of TSFL. So Whitney, I'll turn it over to you. Let's hear your toughies and triumphs.
All right. Well, my biggest number one toughie is definitely that I work full time as a nurse, but not for long, my friends. That is definitely finding enough time to support my clients and support my coaches, and just trying to get everything done that I need to do. So time and my full time job is definitely my toughie. My triumphs are my clients and how well they're doing and how great. I love getting the phone calls of this fits or that fits or I feel great doing this. But really for me, probably the two biggest things that I did to change was one, I am super blessed to live in an area where there's a lot of local trainings around. So I went to, in the span of 4 weeks, I went to 3 different local trainings, 2 in Annapolis and 1 up in Lancaster. And it is true what they say, anytime you have any opportunity to go to any training, if you can physically drive to it, go to it, because you come back so empowered and so full of energy and so just ready to get America healthy and move forward. Yeah, and there's something else I forgot, but really just supporting, being fired up with my coaches that I have, and it's yeah, it is good. And the training, I don't know, what else you want?
That's awesome. I think trainings are a big thing, and I love that you said that, because we've seen it, build momentum in our own business. And so I've seen that. I just watched you go from, you were always on fire, but I mean, you were just fanning the flames. It was a good month for you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thanks. And and so the second thing is really, when they say to be fully integrated, once I got out of that, I think Kim Fisk calls it the 5-in-1 prison, and really made everything about, you know, the lifestyle. My husband is on plan, and he's actually going to be coaching with me and going to go global with me. But having my husband integrated, getting my kids healthy, instead of it just trying to be me, my bubble, and my little healthy bubble, and my little TSFL life, I really sense my whole family's been in it and been part of it. It's not just mom doing better at Take Shape for Life and with her clients and ranking up and doing better, but it's a whole family progression. So yeah, those are the two: getting family involved, and training.
So true. Awesome. Awesome. It's so nice to have that support system, and I love that we're all family too, so we get to go global together. It'll be fun. Thank you so much, Whitney.
Thanks.
I want to flip it back to Jackie since we've got you back. Can you introduce your coach and just tell us a little bit about her awesomeness?
Sure. I'm so excited to get to introduce Amy. We've been working hard, and she is like, you know, you have those clients and coaches that you see their name on your phone or you know, online, and you just get really happy, and she's one of them. She asks questions, she's plugged in. We have probably chatted in some way every day since she's been coaching. So I love her, and I'm so grateful for her.
Awesome. Amy, will you tell us your triumphs and some of the troubles that you have?
Sure.
To succeed and do this month.
Well, my toughies are probably that I went through a drought in the fall of 2 months of absolutely no new clients. And that really was tough to get through because people were ranking up all around me. And at convention, we were about the same, but they were moving up. And that was a bummer to me. But I just stayed in action. And I'm on Facebook all the time, and Ready, Set, Coach people all know that. So I just did everything that we're told to do, all the trainings, and listened to every call, and just did all of that. Everything that they tell us to do, I did it. And then at the end of the year, 9 new clients. And then at the end of February, 8 new clients. And now I'm ED and can't believe it. So it's been fun.
That's excellent. So, you know, I love what you said, plugging in and being diligent, because there are times, right? We've all experienced that. There are times where we watch other people just kind of soar, but if you're consistent, you're going to reap the benefits. That's awesome. Good job, Amy, our newest executive director. That's so great.
Thank you.
So good. Okay, I want to, let's see, who else do we want to hear from? Wendy. Wendy, do you want to introduce your cute executive director?
Yeah, Whitney, unmute yourself, girl. So Whitney hit ED at about 11:30 p.m. the last day of February. And I don't know if she knows this, I actually had an order I was going to give her that night if she didn't make it, and she did it all on her own. She didn't even need me. I was either going to put the order in or I have another order that I could give her, but she did it all on her own. She didn't need me at all. She has been working her butt off really, really hard for a long time. She deserves it. And she'll go global with us, right, Whit?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, tell them a little bit about yourself.
Well, first of all, let's say I did need you. I didn't need the order, but I did need you. And I think that's one of the, the secrets of success, which aren't a secret, is success leaves clues. And so we just need to follow our leaders and do what they do, because they show us the way. So going to events is huge, and that was huge for me. This last big event that we had, I just could see myself where my leaders were. And so then I knew my numbers, I knew what I needed to, I knew what my frontline volume needed to be. I knew how many clients I needed to have, and times 10, thanks to Amanda's philosophy, and just got on the phones. It was really close. And one of the cool things was when the days were ticking on, I asked my family to just be a part of it and bear with me, because I wanted to hit this goal. And then once we did it, we did a little dance party in the living room, because it was a whole effort that even my girls, they were willing to pick up the slack. So, it's not just me, it's all of you that, support, my family that supports, and it's super exciting. One other thing, I feel like a big game changer for me was getting certified. I learned so much getting certified, and I would encourage all coaches that are getting started, get certified. You learn so much studying for that test. It puts a little bit of an edge. I blocked out with Excel a really, really fundamental time chart so that my brain could relax. And I could, when I was working my business, I was working my business. I had times blocked out for fitness, for personal reading, for work reading, for checking emails, so that when I was in the zone, all the other things could I would know I would have time to get back to those. So I thought, time blocking was super important, and being on purpose when I was working, that I was doing things that were focused on building my business. And then I had to get over a really big concept of people thinking that I was calling after several years and that they would be offended. But I didn't have a single person say, wow, I can't believe after all these years you're calling me to tell me I'm fat. They were all excited to hear from me, because my message wasn't that they were fat. I was excited to talk to them, and that was huge for me, that people want to hear from me. And then it just naturally would go into, what are you doing? And then the conversation would go from there. So people do want to, reconnect, and that was super fun. A bunch of my old friends I'm reconnected with now. And success loves speed. And that's something else that I've learned from Wendy and that we're working on as a team. Success loves speed. There's a synergy with the group and getting that momentum going. So that's all I have to say. Just thanks for all your support.
Whitney's going to be a great leader too. I bet she hits regional this month. I bet you get regional. She's an awesome leader. I don't even have to do anything with her coaches. She's got it all handled. She's amazing. You're amazing.
Thank you.
That's great. Thank you, Wendy and Whitney. That was so inspiring. And a lot of the things that you said are great reminders to me of, what I can be doing every day, and reaching out to people because you care, and not being scared. I think that's kind of a common theme, is not being scared and just go for it, because we have a great message to offer. So thank you so much. You're awesome. All right. I want to turn the time back to Deborah Olson. Deborah, we just took you off mute so we can hear you now. Will you please introduce your newest DD? We're so excited.
Yeah, I'm really excited. This was a fun one for our team, and there's so many amazing things I could say about Penny. She's just a self-starter. She's also one of those I haven't had to really worry about. She just has really taken the initiative to learn everything she needs to learn, and she's been adding clients and helping her whole family get healthy. So it's just been such a joy to watch her grow, and I'm excited. Penny, are you off mute? I think you are. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your story, and kind of like I mentioned to you on the phone the other day, maybe talk about, any kind of struggles that you might have gone through, and a little bit about your journey, and any kind of tips of success and things like that you want to share.
Sure. Okay, well, I started in food service 35 years ago. I've worked around food all of my adult life, and I spent a lot of time running around making poor choices with food and always eating on the run. And so when I was 37 years old, I found out that I had arthritis in my knees due to my weight. And I actually struggled with that for another 10 years before I had to have both knees replaced. So weight's always been an issue that I've carried around, tried to function with, but it was hard on me. So my light bulb moment came when my dad passed away. He passed away in September, and I had a friend call me and offer her condolences, and she shared her story that she was on a health program, and she was excited about it. She was calling me all the time, telling me how much she was losing, how great she was doing. And after my dad passed, I knew I had to change. I had to take my health serious. I was 52 years old, and I have a lot to live for with my grandkids. So I started my health journey in September, and I immediately fell in love with the program. My whole family has started the program with me, my friends. We've come a long way. My husband's down 53 pounds in 3 months. He no longer needs a CPAP machine. My son is down 45 pounds in 2 months, and my youngest son is down 82 pounds in 4 months. So we've all made great changes, and we all feel really good, and we're on fire for it. We're living the program. And so then my coaching came about with Deb. When I decided that my husband was going to do the program, I asked her how many clients would I need to pay for our food. And so we chatted about it, and she shared how many clients I should have. And I decided to buy my coach kit that day, ordered my coach kit, and started spreading the word, gaining clients, and juggling a job and a lot of other things going on in my life. And I was still losing my weight, loving the program, learning all the time. When I wasn't at work, I was working on learning the program. And so then it came to me, maybe I don't have to work outside of the house. Maybe I can figure this out to where I can actually quit my job. So I had another chat with Deb, said, how many clients am I going to need to make this certain amount of money? And we kind of pondered on it. She figured it out for me. And that next week, I gave my notice at work, and I decided I can do this. And I just stepped forward with sharing the word, sharing some before and after pictures on Facebook. And when I quit my job in February, I gained 21 clients. I went crazy with it, and I recruited my daughter-in-law as a coach now. She has the bug as well, and she's on fire with me. Our whole family is really living the program and enjoying the benefits from it. And I just feel like I have a greater sense of well-being. I feel like I have a purpose now. I love helping others, and it's been such an awesome experience. So that's kind of my story.
It's just so incredible, Penny. There's so many things that you said that are just amazing. You know, I mean, when we think about this program, it's so much more than just offering people a chance at better health. Even if that was it, that's just such a huge offering. But what you're talking about is getting your entire family healthy, being able to quit your job, and being able to live the kind of life that you've always wanted to live. I mean, what we have in our hands is so huge, and I see you sharing it like crazy, and now your daughter is a coach, and she's going nuts. And I mean, I've just been so inspired by your story, so I really appreciate you being on. I know you were kind of nervous, but you did awesome. So
this is pretty big for
so
me
much.
to do this.
And I just wanted to say one more thing before I turn it back to Tiari, is we had 2 other people on our team that we thought ranked up. I just want to acknowledge them. It's not, there was some mix up with the back office and they barely missed it, but we thought they did. Jamie Hasse, new executive director, and Christy McFadden, new regional. So we're going to celebrate officially with them in March, but I just wanted to let them know how proud I am of them. And we'll be celebrating with you guys soon. So.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you, Deb. Thank you so much, Penny, for sharing your story. Man, your decision to get healthy has changed so many lives, and it speaks so many volumes of who you are and the person that you've become, and you just sound so happy, and I love that you shared your story. So thank you so much. It's so great that you're part of our team and that we're all together.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I'd like to flip this over to Whitney. Will you introduce the newest ED?
Yes, I'm so excited about Sonia. So Sonia also got it right at the last minute. I think she accidentally put a client under my name, and so we had to work with coach support to get the client back on her name, and the last nick of the moment, anyways, she made ED. But her biggest her biggest disappointment was that she never saw the smiley face for it in her back office because it was, you know how the smiley faces are. But Sonia bought her coach's kit in December. Didn't really do too much on it, and then January she took off like a bat out of you know where, and just blew through everything, and hit executive director with a vengeance. And her clients are doing awesome. Her coach is doing awesome. I cannot say enough about how amazing Sonia is. So.
Awesome. Sonia, tell us about your toughies and triumphs. You are awesome.
Thanks. Okay. As far as I think the things that have helped me, my trophies, I guess you could say, or why I've been successful. A big part of it is just, I feel like I wake up every morning and I feel this sense of urgency because I started my weight loss journey back in September, and I've lost 65 pounds since then, but it's still so fresh in my mind. I remember what it's like the pain that you feel when you're that unhealthy and what it's like to feel that miserable every day. And I just have felt the sense of urgency that if I can give anyone the opportunity to not feel the way that I felt and to feel this new life that I have, I want to share that with them. And if they're willing to take that journey, I would love to help them. And so, sometimes it's hard for me not to say something when it's an inappropriate time to say something. And so sometimes I feel like I'm holding back, but I just, I've become such a believer in the program that I want to share it with as many people as I can. And then the other thing that I feel like is really attributed to my success is that, I just really do everything I can to listen to all the training calls that I can, to watch all the videos online that I can, spend as much time online doing training as I can, because, sometimes I'll hear something and I'll think, I just don't know if I can do that, or that doesn't, jive with me. And then I'll hear somebody else say something, and usually it's just changing the verbiage, or it's just changing a little bit, and suddenly it clicks and it's like, hey, I can do that. And that works. That's easy. And, the more I listen and the more things I hear, the easier it is for me to take this program and make it fit with my personality and my lifestyle and the kind of coach that I am. And, so just getting those trainings in and then just staying positive. A lot of times I just really feel like they're not just signing up for this program, they're signing up to have me as a coach. And I need to make sure that I'm the kind of person that they're going to want to talk to every single week. And, just having that positive outlook, no matter what's going on in my life, and listening to them and making sure that they feel supported. And my trials, one of my lifelong trials will always be organization, but, I'm working on that. File system helps me, but I've never been the most organized person. And then the other trial I would say that I've had to overcome is just fear. Just fear of rejection, fear of what people are going to think of me. But all through this, ever since I started, I just kept thinking, what if? And I kept thinking, why not me? And just take that leap. And, I kept thinking, I want this. And I think that my desire to be successful in this was stronger than my fear of what might happen. And so I just remind myself that all the time and take that leap and pick up the phone or send that email or open my mouth, in the grocery store or whatever it takes. And I'm loving it so far. I'm having a great time. So
awesome.
You're awesome, Sonia. We have really loved watching you grow, and honestly, everyone, your stories have been so inspiring to me because it's not just a rank, and you guys all realize this now. It's not just a rank. It is, it's just a little title in the big picture of things, which is we are helping people change their lives. And just as our lives have been changed by this program in so many ways than just our physical health, our financial health, and our mental well-being has all been changed. You guys are helping people, and you're helping them see that life can be wonderful. And so act like Sonia with that sense of urgency. And for anyone who's listening to this playback, act with that sense of urgency, because There are so many people who need our help, and I love what you said. So I want to give some time to Amber to kind of chat with us for a minute. Go ahead, Amber. Oh, she's unmuted. There you go. You're unmuted now.
Thanks.
I think
Both unmuted at the same time.
I'm just say.
I'm just so impressed with everyone. You guys, I think that the best thing for me is that I feel like all of you upcoming leaders, you're so much better than I am at so many things. And I see how you're breaking through concepts and you're helping so many people, and you really have that desire to make a big difference in someone's life. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why you're being successful. And so I just wanted to give a big shout out to all of you. And just real quick, I just wanted to introduce something that I'm really super excited about. Last month I did some test runs with a few coaches and myself on my own Facebook account with the healthy eating webinar. And basically this idea is something that we want anyone to be able to do, and we have step-by-step instructions on how you can do a healthy eating webinar. And you put it out to all of your friends, current clients, connections, whoever it may be, to just hop on and to learn some basic things that just will help them in their everyday life, even if they don't become your client. So really offering that extra value added, you know, and we also talk about the program in the webinar. So I'm really excited to roll that out, and I have it all typed up. I'm going to release that into the coaching groups. And so let's blow up March, you guys. I'm sitting here in Aruba with a lot of the leaders and people who are in the incentive trip, and all I can think about, honestly, I mean, we're having a great time, but all I can think about is there's so many more people out there that need to get healthy, and I'm sitting on a beach, and I'm just like, I want to be talking to more people. So I'm actually collecting yeses on the beach, like all over the place. I told Wendy, I was like, okay, let's have a contest who can collect more yeses. I've got 6 so far, so. But I keep running into people, and they've already talked to another coach. I'm like, dang it. But you truly can do this from anywhere. I'm serious. So thank you all for your stories.
Thank you so much, Amber. We love you, and we hope you guys continue to have a great time down there, and give Dr. A big high five from all of us.
For sure. I had dinner with him, so it was fun.
That's awesome. Well, I think that is it for our Zoom call, for our rank up call for February. Again, thank you so much, everyone who is working hard. I mean, this was just executive and regional rank ups. This doesn't even count like our new managers and senior coaches and everyone else in between. And so keep working hard, keep getting out there, spreading the word and sharing your love for this program, because like they all said, it changes lives. We love you, and we're so excited to see what March will bring. Okay, everybody, get out there, get America healthy. Bye.
See you guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks.